Hello, dear friends. I am Dr. Shafee. I am working as professor in the Department of Community Medicine. Today is 22nd March, and today we have World Water Day on this day. So this video is about the World Water Day 2022. You can see here on the screen that it is written 2022 groundwater. So in this year of Water Day, they have focused on groundwater. We will see in detail about the theme of this World Water Day in the next slides. So I want to begin this presentation with the one verse from the Quran, which is mentioned that it is the God who had sent down pure water from the sky. So that we know that the rain comes from the sky. So it is the God who is sending the water for the living creatures on the earth, because we know that the water and air, these are the two very basic requirements of the living creatures. They cannot survive without the water and the air. Then, after sending the water, God also says that, O children of Adam, eat and drink, but waste not by excess, for God loveth not the wasters. So, we need not waste the food as well as the water, as the God does not love people who are wasting the water and the food. So, instead of wasting, we should try to make this available for other living creatures. So, let us begin with the World Water Day is an initiative taken by United Nations. Yes, so WHO is also an initiative of United Nations. World Water Day, especially United Nations has taken the initiative to celebrate water with a focus on importance of fresh water. So we'll see what is fresh water and how much is the availability of the fresh water to the living creatures and to the human beings. So in the world, about 2.2 billion people are living without access to safe water. So you can see here that almost one third of the human population, they are not having access to the safe water. We'll see about the safe water later on. World Water Day is about taking action to tackle the global water crisis and also to take action against to support the United Nations goal of water and sanitation for all by 2030. So in this goal, United Nations wants that everybody in the world should support and should get the access to the safe water. So how much is the component of the fresh water on this earth? We can see that almost 70% of the earth is covered by water. And also it is said that the human body is also made up of water 70%. So out of this 71% of water, 2.5% water is the fresh water, and it is most of it is locked up in ice and in the ground. So readily available fresh water is only 1%. So we are surviving on the 1% of water. This is the distribution of the world according to the water stress by country. So here also we can see India belongs to the high stress country for the water. On this occasion of World Water Day, UNICEF says that in industrialized countries, everybody has access to safe water. So it is the industrialized countries who are having access to safe water. In developing countries, only 86% of the people they have access. 14% of rural people in least developed countries drink safe water, for example, from rivers, ponds, or lakes. Only 61% of the people in sub-Saharan Africa have access to safe water. In rural areas, in least developed countries, 97% of the people do not have piped water, means water is not made available to them. Coming to India, 54% of India faces high to extremely high water stress. So here you can see that in Maharashtra also, Marathwada is also one of the regions which is having water stress. So water is basic right of all living creatures, particularly human beings, that everybody is have a right to water and there should be access to water for drinking and daily use purposes. Now coming to the consequences of water scarcity. Why should we be concerned? Deterioration of water quality, cost of producing delivery water increases rapidly, constraints economic development. Statistics for developing countries, 80% of diseases caused by contaminated water. If you don't take care of the water, then the waterborne diseases will be very common in the areas where water is not treated or water is contaminated. One third of all deaths attributed to water-related diseases. So diarrheal diseases mostly among children leads to the deaths of children. One of the reason for consequences of water scarcity is lack of access to drinking water. So particularly in rural areas, people have to walk at least 2 kilometers to fetch the safe and drinking water. So accessibility to water is very, very important. Now, next consequence is the hunger. If there is no water that can be used in order to develop the crops, water will not be available and crops will not be grown. So that will lead to hunger. Lack of education mainly because those children are either too sick or to go or they are working to help get water to home and the family. So many children are also going to fetch the water from the well or from the water source in the rural areas. So they are not going to the school. So that is leading to the illiteracy. Then sanitation issues. Without access to clean water, there is no way to clean food, dishes, or people. So these are all the consequences of the water scarcity. Now coming to the themes of previous World Water Day. So for the 2019, whoever you are, wherever you are, water is your human right. So water for all is the theme for World Water Day 2019. Coming to 2020, don't let the pandemic lead us to scarcity. Save water, save life. 21. Valuing the water means we should value the water. We should think that water is a very precious commodity and we should take care that we should not waste such an important commodity in our daily life. Coming to the 2022 groundwater, making the invisible visible means what does it mean? That the groundwater is invisible, but we should try to make it visible by increasing the groundwater level. So making the invisible visible is the theme. So this year the focus is on groundwater and invisible area where an impact we have to make that it should become visible everywhere. So groundwater feeds springs, rivers, lakes, and wetlands and seeps into oceans. Groundwater is recharged mainly from rain and snowfall infiltrating the ground. So groundwater main source is the rain. So whenever there is rain, we should try that water should go to the ground by percolation. More and more water should be percolated to the ground and increase the level of groundwater. It should not go into the streams of rivers and to go to the sea. So groundwater can be extracted to the surface by pumps and wells, which we usually do. So life would not be possible without groundwater. Groundwater supplies a large population of the world for drinking, sanitation, food production, and industrial processes. We must protect them from over-exploitation. Groundwater should be protected. Abstracting more water than is recharged by rain and snow. So we should try to reduce the extraction of the groundwater, try to use the surface water, and if there is no surface water, then go for the groundwater. Exploring, protecting, and sustainably using groundwater will be central to surviving and adapting to climate change and meeting the needs of growing population. So we need to be very, very careful about extraction of the groundwater, and we need to protect our groundwater. So groundwater is invisible, but its impact is visible everywhere. We'll see some short videos in that you will see the impact of groundwater. Out of sight, under our feet, groundwater is a hidden treasure. So, hamara khazana, it is a treasure that enrich our lives. Almost all of the liquid fresh water in the world is groundwater. As climate change gets worse, groundwater will become more and more critical. We need to work together to sustainably manage this precious resource. So I hope that you all, along with me, will help to sustain and protect the groundwater. Now let us watch some short videos. And lastly, the theme in different languages of the World Water Day. So groundwater, making the invisible visible, is the theme for World Water Day 2022. So I will like to conclude this video with one of the hadiths of Prophet Muhammad that says, "Do not waste water even if performing ablution on the bank of a fast-flowing large river." Ablution is the cleaning of the face, hands, and feet before performing the prayer. So Prophet also said that even if you're sitting on a spring, do not waste water for while making or using it. So finally, I will say that do not waste water, save and protect water. So I hope that you all will join to save and protect the water so that the human beings should not suffer from any scarcity due to water. So I hope that you all will adopt a method to save, protect, and to protect the water in our day-to-day life. Thank you. Thank you very much.